The launch of Intel's 12th generation Alder Lake chips marked the arrival of DDR5 RAM kits on the market, which is the next evolution of system memory. DDR5 is faster than DDR4, and at least for now, that comes at a premium. We're now entering the era of DDR5 for those wanting to extract the most from their systems. So, are you ready to find the DDR5 RAM for your needs? And here are the 5 best DDR5 RAM you can buy in 2023. For more information on the products, we've included links in the description box down below. Number 5. Team Group T-Force Delta RGB 32GB. If you're choosing DDR5 for a gaming PC, outright speed is essential. People also like to show off their PC builds, which makes the Team Group T-Force Delta RGB DDR5 RAM a perfect choice, thanks to its blazing speed and over-the-top look. The Team Group T-Force Delta RGB DDR5 RAM is available in a wide variety of speeds and capacities, from 5,200 MHz and timings of 40-40-40-76, all the way up to 8,000 MHz, with timings of 38-48-48-84. The company uses carefully selected ICs to make for stability and reliability. Turning toward the lighting, this RAM features RGB lighting, but it's not just the standard RGB. This is 120-degree ultra-wide lighting, which means you'll be able to see more colors from outside your case. These lights are compatible with plenty of various controller software options, including ASRock, Polychrome Sync, Asus Aura Sync, MSI Music Light Sync, and more. The Team Group T-Force Delta RGB DDR5 RAM is compatible with Intel 600 and 700 series chipsets and is available in configurations up to 96GB, 2x48GB, 6,400 MHz. Number 4. Kingston Fury Renegade RGB 32GB. Clocking in at 7,200 MHz at CL38 latencies, the Kingston Fury Renegade RGB 32GB is hard to ignore when it comes to performance DDR5 memory for Intel CPUs. And while not all motherboards might support such high clocks, some have enabled support for memory at these clocks via simple BIOS updates, making this a viable, performance-centric alternative to most DDR5 options that are in the 4,800 MHz to 6,000 MHz range. The Kingston Fury Renegade RGB 32GB does look and feel like an excellent premium DDR5 memory kit, and it shares the same sentiment in its pricing for the 7,200 MHz kit, which is one of the more expensive DDR5 memory kits you can currently purchase. It is unapologetically expensive compared to the competition, and while it doesn't boast the highest XMP profiles like some other kits, it does reach a point where diminishing returns kick in for DDR5 memory upgrades in terms of raw clocks with stability and motherboard capabilities, sometimes a subject of concern for all but the most ardent of overclocking enthusiasts, making the Renegade our pick for the best performance Intel DDR5 gaming memory. Number 3. XPG Lancer DDR5. XPG brings the next generation DDR5 memory Lancer, which comes in 2 versions. One version comes with addressable RGB, and the other comes without RGB. These 2 versions feature the finest quality PCBs and chipsets to ensure stable and uncompromisable performance. The Adata XPG Lancer DDR5 is capable of reaching frequencies of up to 7,200 MHz and offers up to 16 GB worth of memory allocation per module. XPG made some of the best DDR4 RAM, so the quality of its DDR5 is of no surprise. These Lancer DDR5 memory sticks are also suitable for overclocking and come with support for Intel XMP 3.0 and AMD Expo for one-click performance tuning. 38 CAS latency is among the lowest so far in the DDR5 space, so it's very promising. This DDR5 memory from XPG also offers a PMIC and ECC error correcting code, thereby increasing the overall performance and stability of the kit. If all that wasn't enough already, these things also feature customizable RGB lighting. They're simply one of the best RAM kits available. Number 2. G-Skill Trident Z5 RGB Series. Ideally, DDR5 RAM offers powerful performance without costing you too much cash. The speedy G-Skill Trident Z5 RGB series RAM meets both criteria, but it has a lot more behind it to earn a recommendation, especially if you're looking for the best performance you can get. We're looking at the 32GB package at a speed of 6,400 MHz and a voltage of 1.40 volt. This model features support for Intel XMP 3.0 for easy automatic overclocking of your RAM. However, don't feel left out if you're running an AMD CPU, as G-Skill also offers an AMD Expo version of the Trident Z5 RGB series. With the Intel XMP 3.0 version of the RAM, you can get RAM timings of up to 32, 39, 39, 102. The AMD Expo version runs at a lower voltage of 1.35 volt and a lower speed of 6,000 MHz. This version has timings of up to 038, 38, 96. Either way, the 32GB version of this RAM comes as a dual-channel kit comprising two 16GB sticks. Number 1. Corsair Vengeance RGB. When it comes to a high-performance 32GB DDR5 RAM kit, we think the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro is one of the best high-performance RAM on the market. As with all gamers, RGB is a must, which is why this memory comes with Corsair's ICU software that enabled gamer to synchronize across all Corsair-compatible products. For a reliable kit of straight-shooting high-performance RAM that'll work seamlessly with the latest machines, from budget builds to high-end rigs, the Corsair Vengeance RGB can't be beat. It delivers 32GB of memory split between two sticks for a dual-channel configuration to increase your memory bandwidth. That bandwidth, along with faster frequencies and lower power consumption, can also be attributed to the DDR5 memory over DDR4, so it'll work great with the newest AMD and Intel motherboards. The two speedy sticks operate at an effective 6,000 MHz, which is easy to get up and running thanks to the support for XMP 3.0. And though you do get a higher CAS latency of 40, making timing seem a bit slower, you'll still enjoy serious performance due to how DDR5 memory operates. To top it off, you get extra flair with 10-zone RGB lighting along the top of the modules, while the whole kit will set you back less than $200.